We've all been waiting for this moment, man. The return of the Masked Singer season 4. And yo, we kicked it off in grand fashion. In the building right now, I got the man who's known as the Dungeon Dragon. Or if you saw the Masked Singer, he was the actual dragon. One time, y'all, for Busta Rhymes in the building. What up, yo?
Good with you, homie. How you, bro?
Oh, everything is everything, man. Completely mind blown. Had no idea you was gonna pop up on Masked Singer this season. And I mean, I guess that's what the whole show's about, right?
Right.
What was your initial reaction when they approached you to do the show?
I was with it. I was all the way with it. The show was fun. You know, my kids love it. A lot of the peers in the game love it. Like, we actually sit out, and me and Swiss Beats be sitting down and talking about, you know, the show. Like, we love the show. Swiss and Lil Wayne talk about the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the actual feel-good energy show on the mainstream television networks that a lot of the dudes in the game, we dig it. You feel me? But you know, even beyond that, you know what I'm saying? I think the world know, you know, Busta Rhymes is the embodiment of always trying to, you know, create feel-good energy and the turn-up energy and just sense of humor and trying to, you know, as much as we're going to keep it hard and we're going to keep it boom bap and we're going to keep it street and we're going to address serious issues, I always like to bring a good balance of science and heat. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we're going to get into the issues and address the science and we're going to talk about the deep stuff, but we also need to have some fun and turn up and we need to party. And I think especially with what's going on right now with all of the intense issues and, you know, the things that we do have to apply ourselves aggressively to address as far as Black people in particularly right now. And, you know, just the state of the world and the environment, I think it's important to remind people we got to live a little bit, man. We got to smile. We got to have some fun because, you know, that's the balance to help give us the recharge we need to go back and address these serious issues aggressively when it's time to address them. So, you know, it was a great opportunity. I ain't gonna front. The whole Masked Singer production, Fox Television Network, they went above and beyond to accommodate too. So I was super comfortable. You know, they made it they was serious with the whole 6 feet apart and
keeping everybody safe.
The COVID testing every 2-3 days. Like it was like they ain't playing no games with that. But, you know, once you put that costume on and you got the performing in front of them people and the judges, you really didn't even remember that we was dealing with that. Like, that's how dope that they created the environment to make sure that you still was able to focus on having fun.
Yo, and you definitely brought the heat, Busta, especially, like, you know, touching a classic like LL Cool J's Mama Said Knock You Out. And if you're a real Busta fan, you might have heard that Just Getting Warm joint back in the day.
Word.
But, like, your voice is so recognizable. Like, there's no way you can hide the fact that that's Busta Buss under there. And then also, too, the Dragon. Like, other different, like, suggestions that they throw your way before y'all landed on the Dragon, or is that what you picked, like, straight out the gate?
Yeah, that's what I picked. They definitely allowed me to have the freedom creatively to approach it the way I wanted to. I definitely wanted to give it up to LL. That's one of my favorite MCs, if not, to me, one of the best MCs to ever touch a microphone to this day. You know, even though you may not hear him on a microphone as frequently as you used to, I can tell you firsthand, you know, the big homie is definitely working on something quietly, and his pen is probably more dangerous now than it's ever been because, you know, he misses it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to speak prematurely and disclose nothing that I shouldn't. But, you know, beyond that, he's one of my favorite MCs to ever do it. I was able to definitely, you know, tell a production crew, I want to be the Dragon, you know what I'm saying? And this is what I've been, this is what I am, and this is what I'm going to always be. They definitely created the outfit and it fit the specs to the design that I loved. We greenlit it, we moved forward, and it was just ideal because L is currently celebrating the 30-year anniversary of the Mama Said Knock You Out album. So it just all came together, and the timeliness was just beautiful, man. And again, I had a blast, King.
Well, yo, man, it looked like you was having a blast in that situation. Now, you mentioned you was hanging out with Swizz Beatz. You also mentioned LL Cool J. There are very few people that I can see in the same room with Busta Rhymes as we discuss a VERZUZ battle. LL Cool J is on that short list. If you was to do a VERZUZ battle, and I'm sure people have asked you because I've seen your name come up in the chat a lot, who would you want to go up against, and how far are we from seeing this?
I mean, just for the record, it don't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm fine with whoever thinks that they want to sit in the smoking section with me, because I'm with all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? But and particularly from what I've been seeing, a lot of talk from the people and the fans and just the people that really is just passionately in love with VERZUZ, like myself. I think just to really fulfill the appetite of the consumer, I'm excited about, doing a VERZUZ with Missy. You know what I'm saying? Because Missy is my sister. She's like my twin as far as the creative process is concerned. Her videos is just as crazy as mine. We was both crazy with the wardrobe. We was both crazy with the way we approached making records and flow patterns and the air that we got for music as far as picking beats and production. And I just think that, we could set a new standard for the VERZUZ battles if we did it together. But again, I just love her in general. I'm a huge Missy fan, and I would just love and take advantage of any opportunity that I would have to celebrate her, because that's my sister, and we have over 25 years of friendship. She's really, really a genius to me, and I want to celebrate her. So if that opportunity presents itself, I'm more than willing to step up to the home plate and create a moment with her that we could smack out the ballpark and put some new stats up on the scoring board and rewrite the history books. So I'm with it. Hopefully that could happen.
Well, the culture wins for that one. Now, for everybody, your fans that were upset to see you go home so early, what do you have to say to them to cheer them up just a little bit, to get them excited? Pull out the hat.
I mean, number one, if the opportunity comes back again for me to do Masked Singer, it was such an incredible experience for me. I'm definitely doing it again. Number two, in the meantime, I'm pretty sure everybody saw the announcement, with Chris Rock when the confirmation of my new album, Extinction Level Event 2, is coming. And I'm sure everybody been seeing how active I've been between the new single that I released with Vybz Kartel called The Don and the Boss, which is, he's the #1 dancehall artist right now in the whole culture. Me and him got a banger out that we put out like right before Labor Day weekend. He dropped the video on that about 2 weeks later. I'm sure everybody see the collab with me and Trippie Redd. I Got You. And I'm sure everybody just seen, which has a video as well, and I'm sure everybody just seen the new collab that I released, which is my official second single last Friday with me and Anderson .Paak, called You. So, in the last 4 weeks, we've been just dropping bangers back to back. So, we just feeding the streets the hors d'oeuvres until we give them this full course meal. And, I haven't made an announcement yet on the date of the album release, but I think I'm gonna do that next week. So for all of those that felt like they was disappointed in me leaving too soon from Masked Singer, you definitely have a whole lot to look forward to with Busta Rhymes and this Extinction Level Event 2, the Wrath of God album, coming sooner than you think.
Well, I'm coming. We definitely looking forward to it, man. You're a person who's always growing, educating, and expanding the minds of the masses. What is the last thing that Busta Rhymes Googled?
What's the last thing? What?
What is the last thing that you Googled?
Yo, that's got to be one of the newest, illest questions. You know something? The last thing that I Googled, what did I Google last night? Last night, I think I didn't necessarily Google it, but I did the research, just trying to get a clear understanding on how could they come to this this end result in the Breonna Taylor case. Like I just needed to get. I couldn't accept what was on the gram and what was. I just couldn't accept it. And I still can't accept it. So I just felt like, and the way I was raised, don't take nothing on face value. Read between the lines. Do your own research. Deal with the show and prove. Understanding is the best part. I was so confused, and I'm still so confused about the situation, that I wanted to do a lot of research about it yesterday, and just feel like it just feels like we're all missing something. Like it just couldn't play out this way. Like and it'd be okay. So I dug into that deeply yesterday, but I wasn't Googling. I was just researching. I was just online, just researching everything about the case and trying to get as much of the details possible and try to, bring some sort of rationale to this that not would make sense, because nothing about this makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
But I just needed some rationale that could kind of explain the logic of what made them think that it was okay to do what they did with how they handled the life of this beautiful woman, and what do they think is going to happen as a result of it, and did they factor all of that in beforehand, and if they did, why and how? And like that's where my mind is, like, and it's still, I'm still looking for those answers. So I'm gonna probably be researching it more and Googling more of that shit tonight. But I just feel like that it's a bittersweet being able to have all of this fun to talk about yesterday, but that was still happening on the same day.
Come back to the reality of everything that's going on in the world around you outside of having that fun, man. So yeah. Man. But yo, Busta, we love you so much over here around these parts, man.
Love you too, King. Thank you so much, big bro.
Yo, Extinction Level Event 2, definitely here for it, man. Continued success. That's the
salute.
Dragon right there.
We are the Morning Hustle.